Europe Day. Well, let's hope in the upcoming European elections it'll be an Ireland Day. And it's heavy-heartedly I say this because the people that have been representing us in Europe, we haven't heard from them in 5 years. They turn up on the European election day and they look to say, oh, we're here again, we're looking for votes. We're here to represent you in Europe, represent Ireland in Europe. 70% of the regulations come from Europe for Ireland. Ireland is slowly and surely losing its identity in Europe. And that goes back to the representatives that we have sent into Europe for decades. As General Secretary myself of Independent Ireland, I'm glad to let people know that there's 3 candidates running in the European elections. Niall Boylan here in Dublin, Ciarán Mullooly in the Midlands, and Eddie Punch in Ireland South. That means that we have 3 people that will give a voice for Ireland in Europe. That means we will be getting a weekly report back from these people to let us know what's happening in Europe. And they just won't turn up like the people that are there at the moment, the Fianna Fáil and the Fine Gael. And you know something? The Clare Daly's and the Mick Wallaces as well. We haven't Ming Flanagan, we haven't heard from any of them in years. Not in years. And the biggest disappointment from people saying about Europe Day is that in Europe and in Ireland, we punish the people in this country that work. There is no reward for anyone in this country or in Europe that works. Whether you're self-employed and you're employing people, whether you're a tradesperson, whether you're working in a restaurant, whether you're working, no matter where you work in this country, there's no reward. The only reward you seem to give to people is if they don't work. If 2 people work in a home and they try and put their children to school or through college, there's no reward for them because they're saying you're working, you can afford to pay for it. But yet, if they want to get planning permission for a house, you charge them thousands for planning permission. But yet again, if you don't work in this, you can apply for a house and you get a house from the state for nothing. People in this country that work have no problem working for the people that need it and the vulnerable people that need it, that can't work. But there's no reward in this country for anyone that works and provides for people that can't work. There's no system that says at the end of the year we'll give you an extra tax credit because you're on the breadline, you're working 40 and 50 and 60 hours a week trying to make ends meet, you're building your own house, you're paying for your own transport, we're taxing you on the fuel 50% and you're going to work, we're taxing you on food, we're taxing you on the clothes on your back because you're working. There is no reward. How can you celebrate Europe Day when they don't celebrate the working person in this country? So I do hope when the European elections come around that people realise the mistakes they've been making for decades and put independence into Europe, where we'll finally have a voice and have people that will be accountable for the actions that are being held in Europe. Thank you.